Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the vlog. Today is going to just be a Monday in my life. We're just gonna have an ordinary day together. We have a busy Monday, so I just woke up at 6:45. Luke and I sat and chatted and did some devotional time for a little bit. So it's about 7:15 and we're gonna do a workout together, which is a rarity because Luke usually does not like the workouts I do and he does his own thing. So he really likes the Live app by Whitney Simmons that I've been using. So we're gonna do it together. So let's go. On the agenda today, just so you guys know, we got some work, we got some organization because of our move coming up, and we have just a lot of stuff to do around the house. So we're just gonna get our life in order for the week ahead. Let's do it. So we're about to do some morning devotional time, quiet time, because I didn't do this first thing in the morning, which I usually like to do because Luke wanted to work out with me and he has to go to work. So I just switched my morning around because I never really get to work out with Luke and I love working out with him. He gives me the best tips and we just enjoy egging each other on. So I'm soon to wrap up on this. So I am gonna go through week 8. This is my last week with this devotional, and then we are going to move on to reading through Gentle and Lowly. If you've been around a while, you've seen that I have read this in the past, but I really only made it like a third of the way through. And I think that this time around, the way I structure my morning devotional journaling time will allow me to have a little bit richer of a study rather than just reading and not really absorbing what I'm reading, because that's what I used to do. All right, so I'm gonna do this and then we are going to get ready. We have a really busy day ahead. All right, a quick update on the supplements I'm taking. I love my greens powder. So this is linked below. I've been using this for a few months now. I take collagen peptides just because I think it helps with my skin. The Ritual multivitamin, the Essentials for Women. This is also a prenatal just because I am not on birth control, so just in case. We're not trying, but you never know. So I take this every morning. And then I just got Nutrafol. I've heard a lot of people talk about this, and I actually went to my dermatologist. And as you guys know, I've had some hair thinning issues around my part. You can't really see it right now because it's really dark where I have you. But I've spoken about this in a previous blog, but basically my part is widening and the hair around my crown is not like it used to be. It is definitely, not severely, but it is approaching that stage less than it used to be. So there is, when you look at my part right here, it's like thinning. Yeah, a little concerning because I have done what I could do. I have reduced high cortisol workouts. I get good sleep. I have a lot of veggies and a well-rounded diet. I take a multivitamin. So I went to the dermatologist for my annual checkup, and they also are going to run a blood panel. I have to go and do my labs probably tomorrow. They're gonna do a full blood panel and check out what might be going on if I'm deficient in something. And she also, I talked to her about Nutrafol because I was like, I've heard a lot of people talk about it. I've seen ads for it. Some of my favorite influencers have even like promoted it on their channels in a partnership with them. And she actually said that it does it does work. And she didn't know because without the blood panel, she won't know if this will actually help, but they do have a formula that she thinks is effective. So she said there's no harm in taking it, and we can find out once we get the blood results back on what exactly is going on. But I don't have a partnership with them. I'm genuinely trying them and buying them to give you guys a review and also to try to help my hair. So I'm on day 2. So I will let you guys know how it goes. She also told me that it says serving size of 4, but she's seen it be effective for her patients with 2. So I'm taking 3. We're gonna see how that goes. And I think it's about 3 months before you notice really anything. So, all right guys, the gardeners or landscapers or whatever, they're outside. So sorry for the noise. I did not anticipate them being there. They've been there since literally 6:45 this morning, which sucks for the neighbors that like to sleep in. Here's a little bit. You can kind of see my part right now. My hair's kind of dirty, but do you see how over here the growth just not the same as other areas, and my line as a total used to be not so wide. I have before and after pictures, and I know that your hair changes as you grow up, but I don't know, that just never happened really with my mom and my dad and with my grandparents either. And what I have learned in the last 48 hours is that it's the serums, all that gunk that you see online, like that just doesn't work if it's an underlying issue. If there's an issue with a deficiency, a hormone imbalance, you maybe have an autoimmune disease, etc., that all has to be found through either blood panels or going to your doctor, etc. And sometimes your doctor does not know the answer. And I have a friend who recently got diagnosed with Hashimoto's autoimmune disease, which can impact your fertility. And basically what she learned is she went to 3 doctors before she could find out what was wrong with her, because they would pull her blood, or they would take her blood, they would test it, and they would only run a few different panels. They wouldn't look at everything. And then she finally went to a doctor who ran an extensive panel, connected all the dots, and was like, oh, you have Hashimoto's. And yeah, that has helped her so much. And she had no physical symptoms. Like, she was not physically allergic to gluten. She did not have intolerances that people who have Hashimoto's sometimes exhibit physically on the external part of their bodies. So all that to say, inform yourself, read reliable sources, and sometimes you have to also bring information to the table to your doctor or find another doctor. So I feel like we're entering into the age of more empowered medicine where we have information at our fingertips. Is it always right? No. We have to be able to find sources that can provide us information that's reliable. And we also are in charge of our own health. So it's up to us to be able to fix what's wrong with our bodies through the help of our own knowledge, doctors, etc. And that's something that I'm going to start looking into more. Anyway, what I'm doing right now, I got this planner from this company called Ink and Volt. I'm gonna link it below. I'm gonna reach out to see if they'll give me a discount for y'all, because I think that this is awesome and a lot of you guys would really like this. But anyway, I am going every week to plan my weeks, and why I'm going to do this, let me explain. It's gonna be a little bit of a rant. I'm gonna try to keep it short. I have been feeling so panicked and rushed over the last week. Last week was crazy town because I had countless appointments with people to help with the house. Like, there's a lot of things that we have to do for the house. I also had a very demanding furniture week, and I was overwhelming myself with the amount of product sourcing that I was doing for my booth. And a lot of that stemmed from comparison. There is this other booth that's near me, and it's 2 women. They're so talented. They're so talented. They literally go to England to source product. Their booth is amazing. It is way more successful than mine. And I have been playing the comparison game of, wow, they're so much better at this than I am. Like, I need to get better. While it is important to have a little bit of fire under my butt and try to level up, like trying to improve is a good thing. but I've let it be a little bit harmful in that I'm looking at it as a negative, and I'm downplaying myself and what I'm doing by myself. Like, I don't have a partner. I don't have moving people that I can just call and move all the furniture in my booth that day. Like, I don't have the resources that they have. I have myself. I can grow to their size or even bigger, but I have to have a little bit of grace to myself, and they've been doing it for years. I've been doing it for a total of, I don't know, like 8 months. So, all that to say, if you play the career comparison game, I'm with you. Anyway, I'm doing a little quick plan. I did this 2 days ago. I sat down on Saturday and I planned out my whole week. I dumped all the different buckets of things I need to do, and on the top I'm about to write my schedule for the week so I can have my calendar on here. A big thing that I've been doing is last minute additions to my schedule. While those are sometimes warranted, I have been last minute going to like an estate sale on my way home, or last minute picking up a Facebook Marketplace thing that I want to get for the booth because it was an amazing find. Sometimes those are justified, but I have been letting it dominate my life, and last week was not a good time. My schedule was a mess. So I just want to write down my next week on here so I have it and see where I can have some leeway and where I need to be strict with myself in terms of the extra stuff I take on. Because it's also really important to not be in a rush. I'm reading this book right now on Audible, so I'm not reading, I'm listening. And it's called The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry. I'm gonna pop it here. I read the first half of the book last year or the year before. It didn't hit like it does now. Like, the modern day enemy is hurry. It is being in a rush. It is not feeling like you have enough time. So I really recommend that. I know I just recommended so many things, but I am like amped about this week because last week was hard. I took the weekend to think about it and detach from my technology and stuff, and I have just taken that time to readjust with how I want to approach this week and see what the difference is in my mental state. So I'm gonna do this, and then we're gonna go pick something up from Facebook Marketplace. This one's actually planned, so it doesn't give me antsiness. It's not last minute, and it is for our house, and I'm so excited. It's these it's a vases pair, and they are beautiful. So let's do our little planning, and then let's go. Just got home from running some errands. I'm gonna eat some lunch. It's about 11. I'm gonna eat a little early, but we have some mixed veggies. So that's butternut squash, zucchini, potato. I think that's it. And then I got some venison. So got that. It's just, I did it on the cast iron, just some fillets. So I'm gonna eat this for lunch. Oh my gosh. Hello everybody, I'm just here eating a factor meal of mine, and I'm just gonna close out this vlog. I just realized I didn't. So Monday night, which was yesterday night, we did some moving, some light moving. I had a blinds consultation with a blinds person because we have no blinds on our new house. And, sorry, I just came up the stairs, I'm a little winded. I got my hair done this morning, just did a little bit of a refresh of the cut, and I made my color less brassy. She still put foils in and balayaged it. I like to get an ashy mushroom balayage, which is not very light at all. So once I have it for a while, it does get a little brassy just because I've been out in the sun and such. But pretty busy day today. I had PT in the morning, and then I had to go to a few appointments throughout the day. Now I'm about to get a mover's quote, and then I have some work to do. And yeah, just a busy day overall. I had Bible study last night, and a lot of you guys have asked me how do you make friends in a new town? As some of you guys know, I'm not from Atlanta. I'm not from here. I moved here because my husband and I were getting serious. His whole family's from here. Where I was living, I did not have roots. I was probably not gonna live there over 2 years regardless. So I decided to move down and give our relationship a true shot. And I love Atlanta, but I didn't have any friends when I got here. And I just joined a new Bible study group that I do not know anyone very well. Like I really don't know the girls very well. I am just starting to get to know them. And I really put myself out there joining this Bible study because some of them are friends. And honestly, yesterday I was like very quiet when we were doing our Bible study and stuff, just because I'm still getting to know everybody that is in the group. And I like to kind of know everybody to a certain extent before I fully just like let myself contribute. And there were moments where I thought about not joining this, where I was like, I don't want to do this. I just rather hang out with my friends. I'd rather do my own thing. And then I realized I should put myself out there. And if you are moving to a new town or you live in a new town, you don't have many friends, put yourself out there. Like you could either go to church and get it into a small group. It might not always be the best fit every time. Like I've been to a few small groups where I've left after 1 or 2 or maybe even 5, 6 meetings just because it wasn't a fit. And if you've faced that issue before of trying to join a certain social setting and it just doesn't fit, don't feel discouraged. Like you just gotta keep going until you find the right fit for you. So all that to say, I'm gonna finish up editing this vlog and I hope that you guys just enjoyed this Monday with me. I know it's a little bit shorter than my usual vlogs and it's only one day, but I just wanted to post for you guys and take you guys along on Monday. In the future, hopefully I get a little bit more comfortable and I can vlog a little bit and film when I'm at Bible study and such so you guys can see the setting and just be there with me. But yeah, moral of the story, put yourself out there. Sometimes it is scary and sometimes you do fall flat on your face, but I don't usually ever regret trying. And if I do in the immediate moment, later on I see why that whole entire instance happened in my life. All right, well, I will see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye, friends.